Alex Wilkes, senior advisor for America Rising. David Burstein, co-founder of Run for America. What is going on inside your party?
Well, look, here's the reality. This is actually a really important issue because this actually gets to the core of how all these questions about the economy that people want to talk about in the campaign trail actually get down to the lives of how people live. And the reality is that you do not want to lose 25,000 jobs in a community where people can benefit from them. But on the other hand, you don't want to do that with huge corporate subsidies that negate huge parts of the benefit. The problem in New York is that people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez are focused on the national agenda as opposed to actually understanding what might happen in Queens. Here in Long Island City, the area is already being gentrified. Gentrification is a huge issue, but Long Island City is gentrifying anyway, as it is.
All right, I want to slow you down there. You just said that Ocasio-Cortez is more focused on national than actually where her district resides.
She only opened a district office this week after media scrutiny.
That's the second time I've heard that today. We heard it on the couch from our guest, Richard Goodstein, as well. Your thoughts?
So it's funny because this is sort of 2019 Andrew Cuomo, but if you had gone back to 2017 Andrew Cuomo when he was considering a run for president, this is a guy who was throwing his arms around Bernie Sanders, embracing free college tuition. He was moving to the left on Medicare for all. And now all of a sudden that he's not running for president, he's like, Amazon, please come back.
No, he's the governor of New York. He needs jobs like everybody else.
So, I think it really does illustrate the divide in the Democratic Party right now, that you can't be for something like this if you're going to be that true progressive that's going to prevail.
So I have drilled down a little bit, and I want to do some more research on the offsetting that you talk about in terms of what this would have done. But tax increment financing and other ways to get large corporations to headquarter or build is something that happens all over the United States.
And it's been done for a long
time.
time.
Let me tell you, if it's not going to happen here, somebody else is going to get that deal and get that money for their economy and get those jobs.
Right, but these are deals, and I think the point of people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, if people think it's a bad deal, that's fine. Ideally you negotiate.
That's what President Trump said. He said if it's a bad deal about this, because of course this was his home, New York City, then go back and get a better deal.
And I think the Democrats like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez don't want to do that. They don't want to negotiate.
Alex, how is it that this young freshman woman is able to do, along with other progressives, I don't want to put it all on her, but is able to galvanize and do so much?
Well, she's bringing a lot of energy to the party right now. She's incredibly media savvy. And I think that Democrats who are sort of like older and looking to have, to be relevant.
Like the 10-term congressman she beat in her district.
Exactly. They don't want to get caught off guard. And so they're embracing her so as to not be, I think, attacked by her.
Interesting. Now, Nancy Pelosi doesn't have to do that, and she seems to be capitulating in some regard.
Oh, yeah.
To AOC. Go ahead.
One important point is she has more influence on Twitter by a number of different rankings in social media than anyone else in the entire government. And Twitter is the epicenter of how this stuff is happening.
That's on them. Because how are we going to fight cyber warfare and do all of those things, I would ask Democrats and some Republicans as well, if we're not ready to go. The leading Republican, though, in the White House knows how to leverage some Twitter. Last question for you. What do you do with someone with the energy and the ideas of AOC if you've got a Speaker of the House who calls them suggestions?
Well, I think that's a real problem because it still is a hierarchical institution. So she's walking this line. She has a tremendous amount of public currency with the Democratic Party base, but not too much with Speaker Pelosi. So if I were her, I would actually be focusing a lot more time to still do those national things, but focusing more time on building those relationships inside the House because those people have actually get it done.
Got to go. Thank you both. I'll be right back.